because we'll have a very good day today. Welcome, 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 welcome. If today is the first day you are seeing me, my name is Onyinye and I manage Womiba Finance Channel. And today I will be telling you about something very interesting. There's a country between North Pole and Norway. There's no government. There's no visa for anybody. Okay. So how do you start going to Svalbard? Svalbard is not a regular country like most of you would like to, have it, because you would like to go to a place where the weather is good, where the weather is nice. The weather is worse than London weather and is worse than Norway. So you are in between North Pole and Norway. So get that in your mind. If you don't like cold, if you don't like places like Canada, don't go near them. So it is known for its remote, rugged terrain with glaciers and tundra, that kind of ice block and all that, melting glaciers and all that. And it's a home to wildlife like polar bears. The largest island in Spitsbergen and its administrative center is the town of Longyearbyen. So I don't really know how to pronounce all these things. I'll write it out for you guys. Svalbard is a demilitarized and free economy zone, recognized under Svalbard Treaty 1920. So this country now is in existence and fully incorporation into Norway in 1925. You get it. But the country itself does no government. Location, archipelago is situated between the 74 and 81 north latitude and 10 degree to 35 east longitude. Okay, longitude. So let me just quickly share something with you guys. I just want to read out the weather for you guys because it's good. I don't want to tell you that the place is honey and butter, and most of you will go there and say it's not the kind of cold that you want, that you're looking at a country where there's no cold. So I normally say this: Nigerians learn how to survive. If they can learn how to survive in places like Canada, or obviously they will learn how to survive in places like Norway and close to North Pole. So if people survive in Canada, you can survive. So now, why would you go to this country? You will go to this country because there's no government, there's no visa required to visit the country. In fact, the population of the country is 25,000. No, 2,500 humans live there. The wildlife population is greater in number than humans that live inside the country. Yes. Now, you will now ask another question. Now, how do I start the process of going there? I will tell you one thing for free. You will start the process for going there by making sure you understand the weather. You can see I read out the weather this thing. If you are joining me now, let me just read it again. Archipelago is situated between 74 and 81 north latitude and 10 and 35 east longitude. So understand that it's very cold. Have you heard of Canada? Have you heard of Iceland? It's cold. Have you heard of Norway? It's cold. So I don't want to deceive you. Like, this channel is a channel where I come to tell you the truth. I don't want to deceive you. It's cold. When I mean cold, it's cold. I keep on reading the the weather condition. It's cold. The Canada winter. They only have 60 days of sunshine. I think that's why humans don't live there. They only have 60 days of sunshine. So if you like Canada, You like Norway. There are many Nigerians there and they survive. Even children go to Norway, they survive. So you can survive. So it's not a place that you cannot survive, but you can survive. You don't need government. They don't need government. They don't need visa. Mhm. I will give you all the information and their capital, and they only have administrator in that country. They don't even have like head of this, head of that. And they don't have hospital. So you will now, they have makeshift, I think they have makeshift clinic. Yes. But the Africans that are there are South African people. South African blacks, they can live in cold because they have winter in their country. So they are easily swayed in where it's cold. So they don't bother. But we from West Africa, we are in very, very erratic tropical side. We like the sun, and the sun is our friend. So cold is not something. Even UK is cold for me. I go to Canada, I don't spend more than 2 weeks in Canada. I've never. The highest I've spent in Canada is 11 days. And why I did that is because it's a wedding of a friend. So there's nothing that can make me to say, okay, I'm leaving because of this. The kids of the sisters' kids were 1 and 2, and they are there. They are surviving. You understand? But me, I don't really like cold. So that's why I'm taking my time to explain something. So, how do you start this journey? You will ask me. I will supply the link. So you go and read it. I will not be reading all the information and the rules. Now, what you need to understand here is this. You will be an adult with handwork, because it's a population of wealthy people and 2,500 people. There are many people that went there last year. They saw increase of migrants because most South African that own Y company, when the South African people start having problem with farmers and all that, so many people went there. So that place is like where rich people like to live, because I saw in the crime rates, the way we check something in abroad, we normally check crime rates before we go to a place. I don't know whether I started doing that when I came to UK. When I was in Germany, is when you are looking for some houses in Europe, if it's cheap, go and check the crime rates. So that's the way we normally do. So when I was researching this country last week, immediately they say that the house is cheap. Sometimes the landlords normally beg people to come and live there so that you can keep the place clean and warm. So what happens is this. They say they don't even need security and police. So it's a country that's a tiny country that made the police to start doing environmental work because there's no crime. I don't know whether I'm making sense. Like, there's no crime in that country. There's no crime. Like, literally, that somebody is looking for their purse or wallet. They have not recorded any crime. So the 50 people they have as police officers, they have to go into administration and start working in administration departments because there's no crime. And rents are so cheap. There's no crime. So you don't really need too much for your security because, sorry guys, you don't need too much for your security because if a country can say they don't need police, it means they have zero crime. They only have had 2 incidents in the entire existence since 1925. So now Black people are becoming aware and we are trying to go there. I want you people to maintain the status quo because what's happened is this. You know what I mean? I don't need to explain it. Or the Asians or the Arabs or this thing, then the crime will start going up. But these people have been living on their own. There's no problem. And whenever they see a Black person, it's as if that they have seen another form of human being. Like the video I was watching last 2 weeks, and somebody sent it to me. from Norway. And she told me that she went to, it's a private video, I could have shared it, but it's my friend. She said she went to that place because she lives in Norway. She went, immediately they saw her because she's South Sudan. My friend Nyako, she's South Sudan. You know, their own black. It's not the one like my own. My own is fair. So South Sudan, she went there. So they saw her. They have to announce that somebody came to this place that they should come and check it out. So they were giving her food. They were asking her whether her skin hurt her or whether anything happened to her. So it's people that they have not had like travel out and all that, but they have basic infrastructures and amenities because they are closer to Norway. Norway is one of the most developed European country on earth. So if they are closer to Norway, they must have all the things that they need. They make the general hospital, like if you have like something serious medical, like maybe you need to be operated in the head or like something critical medical, you have to be flown to Norway to be treated. So now, due to that, you need, for me, if I want, I don't want you to enter because if you can easily access everything online and they will give you paper, you start going. But for me, my advice for you is to get a Schengen visa. You know why? Because you never can. Most of you take your life on serious. You never know when you get there and you will need treatment, like emergency treatment, and you'll be flown. Like somebody like me, I can't go there because of my eyes. I need to stay with my optician here. So I can't live in that place because I will really need a medical attention all the time because I go checks every 3 months for my eyes. So somebody like me, I cannot live there. But most of you that really need to travel in a developed country with zero crime and all that, you don't mind the weather. And why I said Nigerian can survive because they are surviving in Canada and Norway. So it's the same thing. You can survive there. And even Nigerians are in Iceland. I've got a former classmate that is in Iceland at the moment. So if Nigerians can live there, they can survive in Svalbard. So in Svalbard, there's no crime. In Svalbard, there is no anything that is restricting you from moving there. But from my own advice, I want you to get a Schengen visa because you never can tell when you need a critical treatment for illness. So get a Schengen visa so that you can, if you have any problem, you can go to Norway and get treatment. So that's what Nyaku told me, my South Sudan friend. She said the best option, if the person is a woman, maybe you need to be doing this yearly cervical cancer that we normally do in UK. So, and again, you need to be doing a lot of checks. Maybe you want to do like cancer screening and all that. We do yearly in UK. So you need to get those documentation. Or most women that will be pregnant, you understand. You never can tell. I know that if you want to deliver like Hebrew women, that you need advanced treatment. So now I will send you all the links. I have explained in details about the weather. So don't come and tell me that you saw it and that place is so cold. I just explained. I took time. This video is 13 minutes now. I took like 7 minutes explaining the weather, telling you the altitude and the degrees so that you can understand and make sense of it. Because most people like me, we don't really like to live in those places like Iceland, Norway, Canada, or places like Germany is cold for me. That's why I moved to UK. So now you can now make your application. You don't really need the application. That's when I make this confirmation and the inquiries. You don't need it. But due to you are coming, you will need a medical treatment. You will need to have access to Norway in case if anything happens. So get a Schengen visa. It's important because Nyako don't have any citizenship. She went with Schengen visa because she wants to visit Norway as well. So because she got a cousin away. But the purpose of her moving to that kind of place is where she needs to explain and hone her content creating skill. That's why she went there. Anyway, so now I'm going to go and give you the link so you read it. I'm here. I'm going to the Womiba training platform to answer some questions that are, if you are in that group, you will see some questions that have been piling up there and that have not been active there because school started today. So we are in back to our normal routine. So things are packing up. Now, I will go and give you the link. You will go and make your application. Remember, I said if you are young and you will need a medical assistant for any underlying illness, you will need to get a Schengen visa so that you can access medicals, critical medical attention from Norway. So now, let me ask, if you have any question here, you can throw your question. Let me answer them. I don't need to explain much about this country because most blacks are there already. So I want to answer your questions here. If you have any questions, Sanusi Sakemi. Well done. Okay, Sanusi, thank you so much. Okay, the name is Fabad. Let me spell it for you. If you have any question, you can ask me the question so that I go and give you the link and go to bed and get ready for bed. So ask your question. Let me answer them here. Ask your question. Let me answer them here. Okay, I have given you the distance. Ask your question. If you don't have any question, I will call it a day. Let me send you the link so that I can leave because tomorrow is school for kids. Okay, guys. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, guys. Thank you for coming. Don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to follow us. You know the thumbs up you give. What it does is that it tells people that we have come to drop a video. Please, can you just give us a thumbs up if you are watching us? I'm begging, please. Just a thumbs up so that we can the other people can see what we are doing. Okay, guys, any question that maybe if you're watching this video late or you came late to this live, please, can you come to WTP? The link is pinned here. Then you can ask me the question. I'm going there to answer like few questions before I leave. And I will be dropping the information about the country so that you can start assessing it. And may God bless all of you. And I'm hoping that everything works out with you. You know why? When you are doing a budget relocation and your destination is Europe, you don't want to go to places like Barbados to go and rewire, or Namibia to go and rewire, or Botswana, because or Lesotho. These are the countries that have access. It's an African countries, but they have passports that can they can. Namibian people can come to United Kingdom without visa. Namibia, yes. And it takes 5 years for you to get Namibia citizenship. Lesotho people can go to Ireland. So these 4 countries in Africa that can move to Europe without visa. You holding a Nigerian passport, Ghana, Cameroon, Sierra Leone, Liberia, Kenya, Uganda, all these countries, Congo, Malawi, whatever, Zimbabwe, all these countries, look at what you will do. You will find a way to go to this, because what this country will do for you is this. It will give you the sense of understanding the place that you've been dreaming of living, because now you are dreaming of coming to Europe, maybe USA, maybe Canada, Australia, New Zealand, maybe Palau, yeah, because it's well developed. So maybe you've been trying to go to this country, but the problem is funds. But at the end of the day, you can save money for your transport, for your logistics, like your flight ticket, your you're settling down, like 3 months rent, maybe small money for feeding, depending when you get a job. I normally tell people to go with an open mind. Take your care work certificate, because there are more older people there and they will need assistance for care. There are more old people that they will need like housekeeping people there to help them. So there are things that you can work around and get to where you want to go. You know, people that went to places like Barbados, those girls, they have spent 2 years now from this group. So it's remaining 3 years for them to claim that passport. And when they do, they can use it to come to any country in European, because Barbados passport is number 25 in the world ranking. They have access to all the European Union countries. The same if you're going to Svalbard. What will happen is this, because you're closer to Norway already, you work your axe off from there to move to a better country if Norway is something that is of your interest. And again, most European countries, if you are going there, you are allowed to bring your children. So family is more important to European, unlike US and UK, that you don't really need your family to come in, except you can prove a lot of things. So now let me go and give you the link. If you have any question and you have missed this live and you're coming to rewatch it, please, can you do me a favor? Click the link pinned here. I'll still pin it in the video when it's finished downloading. I'll see post it in post the link to WTP in the first comment and pin it there in the video. So you wait for it. So let's go and give you the link so that you can go and read more of what I'm saying. Because I like giving you the government. They don't have government, but they have administration. So I will give you the administration email administration link, and you can contact them. You can ask them a lot of questions and they're gonna help you. So I will see you when I see you, maybe tomorrow in the evening. So guys, I will see you. Thank you so much for coming, and I really appreciate. Don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to share in your social media platforms. And may God bless all of you. Have a very good night. And I'm just here to promise you that this is your time. You know, most people now, they have moved. Your time is coming and it's so near. So hang in there. So guys, I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.